Hi, hello. Welcome back to Kinlaig. That is us just finished that production now. So we have a few bags left. We have 5 bags in total, but we can't put them in the cow shed because we need to go and get some cows. We need to close this door first though, otherwise they're going to escape. Right, let's jump in here because we have quite a busy month or two. We are going to take on a couple of contracts just to boost the bank balance. We'll leave this pallet forks here without going through the cow barn. That would be an ideal situation. Right, we'll go and hook on to the other side. Right, let's get the cows first. We're going to get 15 just to start us off with. They will run through the silage quite quickly, I would believe. We're going to get Angus cows. There is the water buffalo, which isn't really in this area, so we're not going to do water buffalo. There is Highland coos, or healing coos. We are going to get them, but they're going to be in a separate pen, and we're going to only have about 5 or 6 of them, just to have them. But that's not our main thing just now. We need to get the Angus cows. So we'll get 15 to start with. That's £5,250. So we're going to buy them. And then in another 7 months maybe, we'll get another 15. So they should be decently spread out. Look at that, that's fantastic. Well, there's nothing in there just now. I'm going to buy, I wouldn't usually do it, but I'm going to buy a bale of straw just to put some bedding down because it is still kind of cold for them, but we do need to give them food. I'll just double check because it did say silage. Yes, it does. That's fine. I panicked there. I think it was up here before. I was maybe thinking of something different. But yeah, silage is 80%. That's fine. We will work our way up to total mixed ration. There is no manure heap nearby, so I don't know if it is going to take straw or not, but we will try. And to do the contracts, we need to repair this because it's 85% damaged, and I'm not sure how much it's actually going to cost. I'm hoping not too much. Right, let's uncover this silo. What have we got in here? 282,000, so just shy of 300,000 litres. That's pretty good going. We can kind of live with that. That'll definitely last them for quite a while. And then obviously as they grow older they will eat some more. And then we've got to cultivate fields today. We are going to plough the one with barley, I think it was barley. We're going to plough that one. It doesn't need ploughed, however it does need limed. So we're going to plough it first because that's quite a lot of material to try and process through a cultivator or a drill. It's just going to end up completely blocking all the seed hoses eventually at the bottom. It's going to pile back up through the seed hoses to the tower. So I think our best bet is to plough the field completely first. Then it'll be better to drill anyway. Right, let's get our first load of silage in here for these guys. Hopefully this works. Has that worked? It has. Right, so they are working away. They're only going to get to 80% health, I believe, until we get them onto a TMR mix. But silage is okay for them just now. We do need to get a couple bales of straw, but we'll do that when we take the Valtra down. We'll take the Bailey trailer down with us to pick up some straw bales. We'll take that back up with us to not to feed them, but for bedding, just to make it a little bit warmer for them. It is still winter time after all, it's still January. And we'll try and do that 2 contracts today as long as it stays decent. I think 2 bucketfuls should do them just now. We'll put one over here because it looks like the feed runs right to the very end there. I think so, let's check that. Yeah, 3,500 litres, that's enough. So that door's shut and all the barriers are shut as well, that's fine. Right, we're going to go down to the store. We need to pick up a couple straw bales. We'll leave this over beside the pit. It is meant to snow tonight again as well, so I want to give them a decent layer of bedding if it works. Oh, don't do that, hitting the silage pit. And we do actually need to invest in another silage pit. I don't know if we'll get the exact same one, but we need to put another one here so we can rotate between the 2 of them. But yeah, the firewood processing is finished. We are going to head down to the store. I actually need to see about a lime spreader. Let's check the sale quickly. Nothing that we need. There is a carrot, parsnip and red beet harvester, but yeah, we're not going to go for any of them. That would actually be ideal right now. I'm pretty sure that's powered. It is PTO powered cultivator. That would work very well for our barley field. It's only £9,400 as well. That is very, very tempting. I'm not sure. I think we'll give it a miss just now. We'll just work on ploughing the field. We can always run over it with a cultivator later on if it's not quite 100%. We also need to pick up bags of seed and bags of fertilizer as well, so there's quite a lot to get. Right, we'll leave that cows to do their own thing just now. No train coming, you've got to keep checking for that. I don't know if it goes the other way or if it's just one way all the time, I'm not sure. Store, we need to be going the other way, don't we? It's getting used to this map. But 6.5 a dozen, isn't it? Yeah, just follow this track all the way down, take a left again, and then left again. Easy. Right, we'll see you down at the store. We'll see, pick up some bales, get some fertilizer bags, seed bags, and I think that would be it. Oh, we need to check the price of the lime spreader. Right, we'll see you down there, and we need to repair this as well, so I think that's going to be first on the cards because I'm not sure how much that's actually going to cost. Right, we'll see you down there in just a minute. Well, here we are down at the dealership now. We need to see how much this is going to cost to repair. I'm hoping it's fairly cheap, but it is fairly damaged. 85%. So this may not, where's our trigger? There we go. This may not be cheap. Well, that's not too bad, but this, £17,701. Well, it is our main tractor, so we kind of have to repair it. This is the thing we've been left with, you see. Not ideal. The weight, I don't think it makes much difference, but we're a way to get some money back, so from contracts. Let's repair them all. £1,035 for the Bailey trailer as well. Right, so that is now good to go. That's fantastic. Right, let's jump in here. I am still very tempted for this, but we're not going to let crops wither, so it seems like a waste of almost £10,000. Right, what we do need is some seeds. We will just get bags. I think it's going to be easier. Yeah, because we have a telehandler back at home and they'll load it here. So if we go for, I'm just thinking, if we go for 4 bags, but then we've only got 3 fields, and if we've got any, it's coming into the season as well, we can do other contracts. So I think 4 bags would be enough. So that's £5,040. Then we need to get some fertilizer. We also need lime as well. So yeah, let's get this bags. We're gonna get, I think 2 would do us just now. If we need more for fertilizing contracts, we can always come back for more, but that's 3,840. I'm not gonna overdo it with that because fertilizer is very expensive. Lime, we've got 2 fields to do. I think, I don't know how much it's gonna take, but if we get 4 bags, that's 8,000 litres. Yeah, let's go for that. That's £1,800. Yeah, we'll go for that. Right, we need to see about a spreader. That's our cheapest lime spreader, although we do have some new ones. What's that? 16 meters to 36 meter spread width. That would be fantastic, but that is fertilizer and lime. That would be a good addition. It's not, it's actually cheaper than this one, but this one does 42 meters, but it doesn't do lime. This one goes up to 42 meters as well. That's phenomenal, but almost 100,000. And what's the difference? The only thing is it can load itself from what looks like if you've got a whole stock of it loose on the floor, but we don't have that, so that would be a waste of 100,000. That may be the one to go for in future, but just now we're going to lease this one, but we're not going to lease it just yet. We need to get our fields done. The thing we do need is bale of straw. Where is our bales? There we go. Straw. I don't know if there's much difference. Square bale, I think. It's going to be easier to sit on the trailer anyway. Yeah, let's go for 2. Go for 2 now. We can always come back for more. So £2,952 for that. I think that's all we'll need. Yeah, let's go for that. Right, we'll pull around the back. They're going to load this on for us. So that's a decent cost this morning so far. We're going to get our own field started first. Then we can set a worker off with a line spreader while we go and do a contract with this. So they're going to bring the forklift out just in a minute and get this loaded on. I'll probably reverse in. We'll need to put the bales at the back, I would think. Keep them away from the fertilizer and all the other stuff. We'll just park here, that way they can just come straight out and just load it directly onto us without hitting them, obviously. There we go. Right, we'll get this loaded up with them here and we will see you for a bit of field work. And we can put the bales, I think we're okay to put the bales straight in. I don't know if we can we cut these bales up? It doesn't say. Right, well, I'm not sure. Anyway, right, we're going to get started with field work once they've loaded this all up and we'll see you in the fields. Well, here we are up with some firewood here. We've done a little bit of work in the background. We got the field ploughed just and no more. The John Deere, the 7810 that was ploughing the field is now down at the shop. I got the guy to drop it off there and I dropped him off with the pickup on the way back before doing this. So it's getting repaired. We've already paid for the repairs for that, the plough and the weight, and that totaled £7,169, which wasn't too bad. I'm really bad with steering this trailer. We also got another 2 straw bales we ran down to the shop for, which was £2,952, and also spent, I'll just sell this first. So the last of the firewood, 7,500 litres, £9,353. Right, we're going to head back to the farm. So yeah, we spent £1,861 to lease the straw blower and realised that there was capacity for another 2 straw bales. So instead of the 18,000, I think we now have 36,000. We'll just check. I was checking the price of firewood and it was actually coming down, so we decided to sell it all now. It's meant to be February is the best month, but just now is the best month for some reason. So they've used some already. It's not been too long, so that's very quick. And the annoying thing is we can't get a cereal crop in until later this year, and then it harvests next year. So wheat gives us, I don't know if soybean gives us straw. I'll have to look into that. If it does, we could maybe get a field of soybeans. Sorghum doesn't. Barley will, but again, plant in September at the earliest for a harvest in June the year after. So that's year 3 that barley is going to be ready. Canola I don't think gives us straw. I think I need to double check with soybeans. I think it gives us, where's oats as well? I was looking for that. Oh, we could do oats and get straw in July. That may work. Because we don't have chickens or pigs, we don't need barley or wheat or soybeans, because I think there's soybean straw. So we could do oats. That may be worthwhile doing. I'll have to look into that. We've run out of time today though for doing these contracts, and both ploughing and all 3 cultivating contracts are going to run out in a couple of hours. So I'm assuming that's midnight. Yeah, gotta be. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. I'm assuming there's going to be more contracts. We haven't completed any so far. Just double check. That has been stopped. That's fine. So yeah, there's nothing. We'll have to jump into tomorrow and see what else there is to do. But our fields, all that's left for our fields now is lime fields 17 and 16. That's why I ploughed 17 to get a decent kind of soil on top. So we can lime them both tomorrow. We'll need to rent the lime spreader for that. I'm not sure which one to go with. I will probably just take it easy and conservative with the money because we've only got 54,000 left in the bank. But we've managed to get the Angus cows this morning and the field's kind of sorted out to where they need to be. But I think we'll leave the episode there and we'll come back in the next one for all the planting, putting the onions in, the oats, the grass, and getting ready for this year, and maybe do a couple of contracts as well. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you again soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching.